And from the peak of Mount San Siro, the Messiah, Allegri, has spoken. And on the seventh day, there will be double training sessions. Buongiorno, buongiorno, buongiorno. How are you? How are you? As much as I would like to do like daily vlogs about AC Milan, sometimes there is nothing to talk about. Maybe there will be more when the training sessions will start with Allegri. Meanwhile, how have you been? How have you been? And what have you been doing recently? Recently, I'm watching the Tour de France, the FIFA thing, Cup, which I think PSG Bayern Munchen was probably the best match. Too bad for Musiala. This tournament is a mess with the weather, with the temperature. It's crazy that they let this thing happen. But money. But before we go on with the video, I just wanted to say a few words about the tragedy that happened with Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva. This is a tragedy that, for me, I really have no words, and I don't know what to really say. If not that my thoughts goes to the family and everybody who knew him, and I hope that somehow they can overcome this. Rest in peace, Diogo Jota and Andre Silva. Oh boy, after talking about that, it feels a bit weird to go on with the video and try to be jolly and happy, but let's give it a try. Allegri. So, Allegri and his commandments for AC Milan. Let's take a look about this, and then we will talk about the possible substitute for Hernandez. There's a new name, new day, new name, which is Archie Brown. I have no idea who he is. I watched some highlights, but we'll talk about this later. So, Milanello changed the name of the training. So now it's not Milanello anymore. Now is Milanello, powered by Clivet. Oh, I don't know what. Nothing changes with this. We're just gonna call it Milanello anyway, so it doesn't really matter. They get more money, and whatever. If they can improve Milanello, then I guess it's a good thing. Let's go with Allegri, va? Allora, commandment number 1. Forget last season. We start from scratch. I would hope so. Please help me forget the last season, because the last season is unforgettable in the wrong way, obviously. Number 2, rediscover the AC Milan DNA. The desire to win. The AC Milan DNA, I don't know. I hope that Allegri can do something about it, but that depends on the group, on the management, on everybody. The DNA, I am sure that is there somewhere, hidden very, very well in AC Milan. Everybody should have that, but honestly, we sold the DNA by selling Tonali, Maldini, and requires hard work, humility. And I hope that this new team will be able to make us happy in the next year. Number 3, the first thought must be the team. Yes, this was a big problem in the past season. We said it many times, but the past season felt like we were not a group, we were not a team, we were just individual people playing on the pitch. There was no collaboration, like even between the players. The locker room was a mess with Fonseca and Conceição. So even when they tried to make it better, it didn't work. So the group is incredibly important. And being a team, a tight, united team, again, not Manchester United, but a united team, it's crucial for the success. Because in Milan, even if we arrived 8th in Serie A in the past season, it's not a team like the team itself is not a team that is worth the 8th spot. Okay, when we take the single players, AC Milan is not an 8th place Serie A team. Okay, it's much better, but a lot of things didn't work out the past season. starting from the management, from the atmosphere that you could breathe, that you could sense in AC Milan. So all of that, we didn't have a group, we had individuals. So now, stressing that the first thing you must think about is the team is absolutely correct in my opinion, and it is the base from where AC Milan should start his season. You can see this even from Inter now. Inter, it's a mess in the locker room like AC Milan was. And when you have a mess like this and the mess goes out of the locker room, then it creates problems. So the thing is for me that even if the AC Milan players will have problems, nothing must go out. I don't want to hear about the locker room problems the next year. Even if there are locker room problems, you keep them there, you solve them, nobody now knows anything. Nobody knows anything, and we're all happy. This is how successful teams are, in my opinion. The moment that you let something go out and go to the press during the season, oh my God, because if you don't think it, but like players read the news, they read this kind of stuff, and then they get moody, and they're young, okay? They're young players in the end, so they get affected, and everything goes to shite. Let's get on with the fourth. Double training session. Oh, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because even in the last moments of Pioli, the team didn't really pass much time in training. They had a lot of free time, resting time. The culture of hard work seemed non-existent. So I am happy that double sessions, they have to work harder than ever to repay us somehow, the supporters, to show us that they need to be forgiven, because I think many AC Milan fans are skeptical right now and still upset. In fact, even the Curva Sud, for example, will not go to the reunion at Milanello tomorrow, which is understandable because it's hot. It's really hot, even if it has been like a tradition in Milan to do this. And, they've got to repay the trust somehow and, and do better. Do better. They all have to do better. Let's go to number 5. Number 5, without European competitions, we work hard during the week. Well, I will hope so. My friend Allegri, I would hope so that you work hard during the week. You have nothing else to do. Literally, there's nothing else to do for you than to prepare the next match in a week, because we do nothing midweek. And it's sad, I hate that we're not participating in any competition at all. But, maybe it's a good thing if they really can focus on Serie A in the same way that Napoli did it, even if Napoli struggled to win the Scudetto even by having only one day a week. But I would hope so that we work hard during the week. Bye. Good. Number six. No lateness or you're out of the squad. Yes. I hope that this is like a real thing, though. Like, the sergeant Allegri must be strict, because you gotta work with humility and you gotta show that you care, because what we care as supporters, what I care as a supporters is that I feel that our players are doing the best. Okay, I know that AC Milan is far from the glory of the past days, and every time that I see Real Madrid, I get a little bit more sad, because I see what we could have been if we stayed competitive throughout the years, but it's not like that. So we need to start from scratch. So no lateness, you gotta work hard, you gotta work double, and you gotta show that you care. This is what I want to see. Number 7, no phones during meetings, meals, or in the locker room. And I would like to add, no social network for the players. This is something that I can't stand, social network in a general way, but like, with football player, mamma mia, there's drama every time. Like the players send a like to this guy, and then he reposted this. Look at Çalhanoğlu and Çalhanoğlu's wife. Like such a mess. I can't stand this stuff. Obviously, in the era that we live right now, you can't ask people to not have phones because that that's how it is. But it's correct, in my opinion, to limit the usage of these devices because they have to stay focused. Because we have one game a week, and we have to go and try to win Serie A. I know they want to reach the Champions League. That's the ambition right now. But in my opinion, well, we can give it a try. We can give it a try depending on Inter does in the market and Juve and Napoli, right? So no phones doing meetings and in the locker room too is a good thing, because maybe if you have like an introvert player, he's gonna just shut down and play on his phone, or no, you gotta communicate, be a team, be a group, have fun together. You don't know what to do when you don't have the phone, do karaoke, I don't know, sing all together. Let's sing the Emerson Royale song all together, and it's gonna be the best day of your life. Number 8, watch your weight. Is this for Jovic? Jovic is leaving anyway. At Milanello, breakfast and lunch are mandatory. Okay. So there were people skipping breakfast and lunch. I thought they had like a team of that take care of all these physical stuff, right? I mean, I would love to have somebody that tells me what to eat in the morning, lunch, and night to stay fit. I don't know. I hope that they followed those advices. We will see what Allegri will give them to eat. Maybe nothing. Maybe plain air. They're going to have nothing on the plate, and Allegri is going to look at them and say, eat. Eat, Ricci. Leao, now you eat the air. That's going to motivate you, maybe. I don't know. I'll stop. Let's go on. Number 9, tough team. We must concede the fewest goals of all. Yes. That is Allegri. That's Allegri style, Allegri ball for you. But it's also true that usually the team that concedes the least amount of goals in Serie A is the one that fights for the Scudetto in the end. So it's and the defense of AC Milan has been in shambles now for a long time. So this is going to be the first kind of work that Allegri will implement on the pitch, I think, being solid in defense. I would have liked to see Hernandez with Allegri. First, because it's hard to replace Hernandez, and we always compare the new player that will come with the best version of Hernandez that we saw, right? This is going to be the comparison. And also because when Hernandez is great at contributing in attack, he was less skilled, let's say, in defense. But it's also true that he had Leao in front of him, okay? When you have Leao in front of you, your job is incredibly harder as a defender because you don't have that man in front of you that can help you cover. But every mistakes that you do, they cut the line and they just penetrate. But anyway, so we'll talk about that later. Number 10, on the pitch, always make the simplest choice. So pass the ball back to the defender. Ball back to the defender, and then long ball. Beautiful. Like the kids, we have to start with the basis of football because our players forgot how to play football in the past year. And you gotta keep it simple, keep the shape. I think this would be the focus on AC Milan. With keeping a certain shape, do the easy things, try to be more tactical, and then long ball to Leao. I'm saying it. So these were the 10 commandments of the Messiah. Allegri, we will see if this will work or not. And I'm happy that AC Milan starts training tomorrow because we have to work harder than everybody else. Me as a supporter, should I work harder? No, I worked hard enough for this team, right? I don't know. But so who is the new name? The new name for the replacement of Theo Hernandez is Archie Brown. I have no idea who this guy is. I'm sorry. I had no idea. He plays in Ghent from the Jupiter Pro League, which is where Club Brugge is. Just to tell you, Yashari. Okay, if he plays on in the same league as Yashari. I saw the highlights and stuff like this, so I can't form a decent opinion on the player with just like some highlights. It looks like he likes to go forward and dribbles, a little bit like Hernandez, if you want to say that. I couldn't see the defensive phase really in the highlights, so they say that he is good at pushing, but lacks in the 1v1 during defense. Yes, it sounds like Hernandez. There's not much really I can say about him. Like, it's a guy from the Belgian league. He's not even like the Club Brugge, because Club Brugge, I saw Club Brugge and Yashari in the Kaipa in the Champions League matches. So there's more material for me to analyze, to check out the player. With Ghent, I couldn't find any matches so far. But I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about this. It could be good. It could be bad. It's one of those players that Redbird buys and hopes he becomes stronger, and then resell them. That's what it is. Like the rumors about the Kaipa seems like gone, because maybe he's gonna go into the Premier League because we were too late into getting him. I don't even know if you were really interested in him. Same for Vlahovic. There is a big problem now that he earns too much money, and then nobody can give him $12 million to Vlahovic. Let's be serious. So AC Milan I don't know if they will try to find a solution or just leave him. And the rumors, the news say that we might go for this Luca. I don't know, man. I don't know. I know that some of you like Luca. For me, is like, all right. Santi, forgotten. Santi, we will see. Let's give Allegri maybe the first week to check out Santi as well, because I personally, I like Santi. Okay, I think Santi has good potential, but if his playstyle doesn't match Allegri at all, he's not gonna play. We will see. Have a nice day. Have a nice Monday, Sunday. What day is for you? I don't know. Leave a like if you want to subscribe. Huh? Leave a like if you want. Gotta learn to say that before the end of the video. Leave a like. Mamma mia. Engage with the video. Engage. Like a Picard would say. Engage to help the algorithm, that kind of stuff. Comments. If you don't know what to say, just write Forza Milan. I'll be happy to have that. Good night. I go. Bye.